Time for some clinical peanuts.
And a cataract surgeon, but he's also a specialist in finance. So his goal to is committed towards financial empowerment and guiding families towards literacy with the backdrop of financial health. So, can we just meet every month on this? Yeah.
Yes,
And
sir.
yeah. And his financial vision is to teach us today on 7 pillars of personal finance, the roadmap for personal finance, insurance coding, and even multi-asset allocation trade. So, off to you, Dr. Ramanan. Please go
Yes,
ahead.
sir. Sir, thank you so much, sir. We are very good evening to all. There are 45 of you are here, and I'm very glad to be in this session. I want to thank sir. Like Anuj sir is not just a normal mentor who's like running a WhatsApp group. It's not like that. He really have a practical impact on. I know everybody whoever is like there in the group. They are being guided by him, not just in a way that. Which was there for past 2 decades back. Many of us will be getting some feedbacks from a WhatsApp group. It's not like that. Whatever the clinical scenarios sir is sharing, or even the opportunities for a fellowship and even job opportunities, definitely have a big impact on all of us. So a big shout out to you, sir. Thank you for inspiring us, and it's always been a great impact on our lives. And this was like a very surprising even for me. Like sir is following my posts, and he is actually looking after my personal growth in a different sector. It is very let's say it's like very unnatural to be noticed by a person like sir, and I'm very glad that he had given me this opportunity. Next 20 to 30 minutes, it's not going to be a boring lecture like I'll be giving you all the finance tips and all the stock market tips. It's not like that. I'm going to start with the story, and I'm going to end with the story, and we'll be having some effective discussions in after the session, which is going to be very, very helpful for you. At the end of this session, I'll be giving you people a workbook, which will be definitely going to impact you in your real life for finance. And yes, of course, like before we begin, there should not be any reason for people to save and invest. And again, I want to tell you people, there is no reason for you to be happy. I would, before we start our session, I want everybody to give me a smile. If everybody is looking at the camera, please do give me a smile. If at all you are going to, I'm not going to give some jokes and I'm going to make you laugh. It's not like that. We'll start with a smile. And in this session, we will do 3 things. We will learn. We will, yeah, please do mute your conversations. It's going to disturb other people. I request all of you to switch to Wi-Fi. If possible, you can switch to laptop also, because the next 20 minutes, whatever I'm going to share is going to be really super impactful for you. I can promise on that. And we are starting with a smile. Very, very happy for the session. There are 3 things which we are going to do today. We are going to learn, we are going to unlearn, and we are going to relearn. Learning is an active process. Only if it will be impactful if we are ready to willing to unlearn whatever we are having in our brain, because there are so many preconceived notions. And yes, of course, we are going to be relearning in the process, which is going to be super impactful. I'll tell you a story. I'll start with a story. I know a guy. We can call it as a person R. Okay, this person, 2017, he entered into a government job, right? Once we entered into a government job or any job, let's say, family and relatives will be like taking so many decisions for you to make you be very disciplined in your life, because that person is a single person, and yes, of course, the family and friends should not want him to waste money, and they are like, okay, you take a LIC policy that is going to save you a lot of money and going to be a life insurance also. You please take a LIC policy. Like that, everybody around him and his parents also started telling him. So that guy went for the LIC policy. Then after that, suddenly the LIC and the endowment plans, which was like taking 3 months of his pay, he came to know that there is a concept called income tax. It's like, oh my God, this income tax is like swallowing a lot of money. Okay, if that is going to swallow a lot of money, okay, we'll be giving 1 month of my salary to the income tax. Then there are so many things like trading, crypto, stock market, investing, everything was like happening, and the influencers were pushing so many things right from 2018 it was started. But really, the scenario got changed by 2020 when COVID got hit. Many of the people started making content creation, and everything was there. And people was like, okay, let me invest, let me put all my money everywhere, and let me become financially freedom. That's what people were like focusing on. In that sense, the guy who was there, who invested almost 3 to 4 months of his money in LICs and income tax, and came to know that there is a quick way of making money. Okay, let's trade, let's go into crypto, let's go into whatever the asset classes are there, stock market. Okay, let's hit everything. He was like lost almost 3 to 5 lakhs of money in all this glamorous things, which was like fed up into the, that's called thought insertion. The influencer era gave the thought insertion process. They influenced people, and I'm let me be very honest, I'm here to de-influence. I'm not here to influence any kind of concepts. And in the sense that the guy who suffered everything had lost 5 lakhs, and fortunately or unfortunately, he entered his post graduation in 2020. That was in the COVID era. For the first 1.5 years of his course, he couldn't go to college. Nothing was happening. No course was happening. So he was like following all this financial contents. And then by 2023, he came out of the college, and that guy was like, okay, let me do this financial part in a better way. Let me learn it in a better way. Why not go into the National Institute of Securities Market, which is the topmost body in India, to get a degree and guide people? That's what he was like, why can't we do that? Why can't the person who's like been suffering with the finance, why can't he learn that and guide people? And yes, fortunately or unfortunately, that guy who was like doing all these things is actually me. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show my certifications. Let me tell you, this influencer era is like not going to help people in any way. So if you are going to trust a person, the person should be officially authorized person, and they should be showing your the what say the certifications and everything in a proper way before you discuss or before you learn things from them. And let me go into the brief about my certifications. I just wanted to show before I start. This is my ID card, and I have been practicing this financial authorized distributorship from 2023, and this is my certificate from National Institute of Securities Market. Yes, of course, this is my MS degree. You people will be well versed with this. And yeah, to take it into a next level, I had enrolled into a MBA course. I'm simultaneously learning along with my practice, and that's all about me, and that's all about the story of a person who can really give you some impact on your financial, because I know I experienced it. I was like a person who got hit by the things which was happening around me, completely influenced, and lost a lot. And then I came to know that if we do all these things in a very, very curated manner, we'll be super happy, we'll be super peaceful, and we can always guide other people also. So let me take you into a very short 20-minute discussion. I'll be giving you some more stories also. But as I promised you, I started with a story, and I'm going to end in a story only. This are the 7 pillars of finance, which I'm going to share you. Of course, I had hidden one. You can see only 6 of the contents. Let me tell you one thing. The most health unconscious people are healthcare people only. I don't know how many of you are accepting it, but the more I discussed with people, the more I learned things in a clear way. We don't follow any lifestyle advices. We are always being pushed with deadlines, targets, and NEET exams, NEET UG, PG, everything will be doing that. We never care about our health. And yes, of course, the post-COVID, there was a very big turnaround. And I wanted to start with that. For wealth building, there are 7 pillars. And the first pillar is health. In health, it is not just about physical well-being. It has always been WHO's criteria. It's like health is a state of mental, social, and physical well-being, not merely absence of disease. So before you enter into the investing journey, I wanted to tell people that always hit 7 to 10,000 steps per day, 3 days of gym, 8 hours of sleep, 14 hours of intermittent fasting, and cut down all sugars, preservatives, and any kind of junk foods. No alcohol, no smoking. The art of learning to say no, is going to heal, and it is going to nurture everybody who is going to invest and grow their wealth. And yes, I wanted to tell one thing about the health process. If we are not hitting 8 hours of sleep a day, it is going to be very, very damaging for our mental well-being, and cortisols will be rising always. So please do take care of this 7 pillars. The first pillar is health, and it is always been you have to walk, you have to eat right, you have to sleep right, you have to say no to most of the things. There are so many things you will be keep on saying, but health is very, very simple. And if we are focusing on health, then we will get time, then we will get all our activities should be very conclusive and impactful. I'll go to the next step. It's the most important step. If you know what is going out of the pocket, then you know what is remaining inside us, and we will know how to utilize them in a proper way. Before you start your before you start your journey as an investor, you have to learn 2 things. Money is there with 2 people in the world. Actually, it is there only, the real impactful money is there with only 2 people: the one who is doing businesses, and the one who is being an investor. So most of them knows this, but in a real life scenario, to become an investor or a business person, you need to know what is your cash flow. And the cash flow will be like the most basic thing of a cash flow is expense calculation. What is expense calculation is like, it is not the total amount of money you are paying for your out of your pocket in a month. It is actually the part of the money which is going out, which has never been coming back. When I say expense calculation, most people try to include their EMIs, their loans into the expense, but it's not been like that. Expense, it's very simple. Your groceries, your phone bill, your current bill, your entertainment, your travel, your fuel, your rent, everything comes in the expenses, which once goes out, it is not going to come back in your pocket. The loan which we are acquiring, the credit which we are getting, is like you have to pay it back. That is not an expense. It is actually you are getting it and you are going to give back. It is a very different scenario. I'll tell all that. Before we enter into a personal finance scenario, you should know what is expense calculation. It is very, very simple. The monthly expense you are going to incur, which you can record with the last 6 months of your GPay and PhonePe record, which is very easy to get. It should be a 3-month average to get into a perfect scenario. For roughly, I should say, in an Indian scenario, for a resident or a fellow who's like most of them who are attending, and a family, I'll tell in this 2 scenarios, which I'm going to travel in the next 20 minutes. The expense for a single person in India, average, it will be around 20,000 to 30,000. If you are a single and you don't have any dependent, if you are crossing more than 30,000, you are in a most lavish lifestyle. That's what I wanted to tell people here. You people will get, many of them will get so much of doubts in this session. We will definitely clarify everything. So I'm very, very happy to do that. In that expense for a family, if at all there is a family, there is a 2-member kids are there, or with parents, if there is a family, then they will be incurring somewhere around 70,000 to 1.5 lakhs in India, which even it can be less also, depends on their status. Even it can be 50,000 also per month. Let's, for example, for a simple example, for a single person, it's 30,000, and for a family, it is 70,000. We'll keep it like that. And we are going to go into our next step. I think everybody is following you. I love to get any thumbs up or something which will be easy for people, easy for me to follow it up. Sir, people are there, right? You people are getting it right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. I'll fast forward it, and yes, of course. In the meantime, you will be realizing it, whatever the impact I'm going to share in the next 20 minutes. Just be with me. I'll go to the next step, which is called the emergency fund. What is this emergency fund? Anybody who is working in a private, or anybody who is not having a stable job, anybody who wants to meet any kind of expenses which comes in our way, I'll call it as emergency fund. Before anyone who jumps into investing into mutual funds, investing into stocks, investing in fixed deposit, whatever you call it, you have to maintain your emergency fund, which is ideally 6 months of your expenses. I told you a single person will be having 30,000 as their expense. If you calculate 6 months, it is somewhere around 1,80,000. To start with the 3 months of emergency fund, that is roughly 1 lakh. You have to keep this emergency fund in a non-volatile asset like a fixed deposit or a conservative mutual fund or a debt mutual fund. Please mute yourself. So this emergency fund is like a bucket which is going to give you whatever your need is going to be there. Whatever, any car breakdown, you have to do that. Somebody is married, somebody marriage and somebody gift, you have to take it from this bucket only. You should not touch your investments are meant to grow in long term. I'm going to explain everything in detail. Just keep in mind, the emergency fund should be 6 times of your expense, monthly expense. So for a family example, it will be somewhere around 2 to 3 lakhs, and for a single person it will be 1 to 1.5 lakhs. That should be placed in a definitely in a fixed deposit, or it can be split up 30% in your savings and 70% you can aggressively put it in a conservative debt fund or in a small bank FD. All that I'm going to tell in the next session, where I'm going to tell you about the investing. Yes, there is a story, a person who in India, in average in India, everybody who is like financially weak, financially they are not prepared, they are losing their money for health and life expenses. Yes, why this health and term insurance? There is always a risk of living long or living short. So if a person is going to live long, there is always been a health expense we have to meet. So that health expense, even though we are well versed, even though our family is there to support us, even though we are in a very, very good position, nobody can take or most of them can't prepare 5 to 10 lakhs whenever there is an emergency. That kind of security for your money is called insurance. So the premium which you are planning to pay for this, it should not hamper you. People has to understand that security is always very, very important in growing money. And whatever I'm going to share here, whatever I'm sharing contents here is the top 10% in India. You can say top 1% in India is doing all this. And I'm going to give some tricks and tips on how to take this health and the term insurance. Health insurance, first remember that I told you about a story 2017, and the person went into a LIC policy, right? It is called the endowment policy. It neither does give a proper term insurance, it neither do the investing also properly. So the discussion from here onwards, the next 10 to 15 minutes, is to avoid what all money mistakes we can do. So whenever you have an emergency fund, go and prioritize your health insurance and term insurance. Because why I am telling you is that the younger we are going to pay very, very less for the insurance. So this may look very, very scary for you. I'm going to split it up here. It is very, very simple. A health insurance should be having a family floater. Whenever you are as a family, if 3 or 5, 4 or as a family, you have to take it as a family floater. Remember this, Premium is a word which people are using. Is like the money you are going to give to the insurance company, and the company, whenever there is any problem, the company will pay you something. So what is the problem here is that people don't believe the health insurance company, and the health insurance company want to cheat people. So how to avoid that is very simple. I'll tell you 5 points. Keep it in mind. The insurance should be having a cashless claim. It should have highest number of network hospitals backed up by a big banks like HDFC, Axis, backed up by a very good team like Aditya Birla Plus. These companies are having a very good reputation. They should not have any kind of very limited amount of complaints.
Dr. Ramanan, we've lost the audio. Yeah, I'll get in touch with Dr. Ramanan. I think we've Yeah, Dr. Ramanan, I think we have lost your audio. Can you just re-log in? Yeah. So Dr. Ramanan is logging in again, and I think the 2 points which he told are very important. First is expense calculation, because finance is just not about investing or saving. You should know how much you are spending. So that is very important to make a note. Even today, that's what I'm also trying to do, is to come to know how much is our expenses. Because once we know our expenses, then only we can go about saving from it, and we can actually cut down on our expenses. And second point, which right now Dr. Ramanan is talking about, is health insurance. So I think Dr. Ramanan, have you joined in?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can share your screen.
Yes, sir. I'm doing that, sir. Sorry for the interruption. My internet is like having some trouble. I'm not in India, sir. I'm in a country called Zambia. So
Yes.
here there is of weather problem is happening now.
So next time we talk about Zambia.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. We'll be like discussing Africa as a whole for opportunity in ophthalmology, sir. I'll give my inputs there.
Please go ahead.
Can I start, sir? Can I proceed?
Yeah, please.
Yes, sir. I was like explaining people about what is happening in a health insurance. These are the statistics. Yeah, yeah, of course, like there are so many health insurance, very promising health insurances, health insurers people used to hear. Only one point I used to tell people is like, I'm not against any health insurer, but you look at the number of star. Out of 100 claims they were asking, they are giving only 75 people approval. Out of this, uh, in that 75 people they are giving 54. If they are asking 100 rupees, they are giving 50 rupees only. So such kind of insurers are very very injurious to your health, your mental peace also. Avoid them, 100% avoid them. Before you go into that, whatever contents I am going to give, utilize them and make sure that you are choosing the correct plans. That is going to give you a lot of peace, and they are very very important. And like I told you, underinsured is super dangerous than not insured. That's what I wanted to tell people here. So just look into the this thing. A 25 lakh cover premium is going to cost 35,000, whereas a 1 crore premium of 1 crore sum insured is going to cost a person 50,000 per year. So this is in this the yellow and the green you have they are demonstrated here. It's not a very big difference. I'm saying some 10 to 15,000 only. But if you are getting 1 crore of sum insured, nothing else is going to cause any trouble for you related to health, because the cancer coverage, any kind of higher like end organ procedures like liver transplants and any other transplants, that will cost you a lot when it comes to these emergencies. Even any trauma care, post trauma care, because we have to deal with multi organ things. So in that sense, if you have a higher cover, let's say 25 lakhs or 50 lakhs, which is again going to give you the better cover, and also the rejection ratios in higher cover are very very less. If you take a insurance less than 5 lakhs or less than 10 lakhs, let's say, that those insurers try to filter them by like giving this clause is problem, that clause is problem. Let me tell you one thing. Any insurance, any investment is a legal document. Remember that in your mind. You have to go through them very very clearly. You have to understand them before you are entering into that agreement with the people. So most of you might be having some kind of plan with insurer like Star, or even all these insurers who having less than 10 lakh of sum insured, no, which is our total per year cost, which the insurer can give you if any issue is there.
They're
In that
telling
you go.
about health insurance. कैसे health
Yes, yes,
insurance
yes.
होगा?
Yeah. All these are health insurance. Whatever I'm discussing now is health insurance. So the best way is to, I'll give you a summary and conclusion at the end. In that, if you are going more than 10 lakhs, you are almost in a safer zone in India. And it should be a family floater. And family floater in the sense, if a person is like married or if they are not married, you can always take a family floater. Remember one thing, health insurance, all higher age group people should be in a one bucket, and all same age group and younger people can be in the same bucket, which is like applicable for a family. These are all just basic points in a health insurance. What is like this term or life insurance, what is this terminology is like? If we are there and we have a dependent, and dependents in the sense like children, father and mother, if they are dependent on ourselves, we should have a bucket, safety bucket called life or term insurance. What is this life insurance is going to do is like, if we are no more, if we are not there tomorrow, like after the COVID, there is no certainty is there. Like if we are no more, in that sense, we should be, our income should be replaced to the dependents. They should not be like going into debt, or they should be like not lost in the process. Even if we are no more, like we have to be like giving back to our family. That is called term insurance. In a simply put way, your expense, if your family is expense for a year, if it is like monthly 50,000 and for a year it is 6 lakhs, for 12 months it is 6 lakhs. If you are the breadwinner for the family, you and your partner, husband or wife, those people, you have to separately have a term insurance. Life insurance should be separately there, and that is the safety bucket for your dependents. Let's say for example, one tip I wanted to share: if there is a male counterpart who is having a home loan or any kind of loan, and he is married, they have a kid, and the kid or their parents or their dependents now, when the male is taking the home loan, and he should be going for a term insurance under Married Women Protective Act. This is a tip, it's a value added tip. It is called the MWP Act. When the term insurance is taken in the MWP Act, I think there is one famous example. Some of you might be knowing Harshad Mehta, who's like there in the 1993 scam now. So this Harshad Mehta was like having a 10 crore of life insurance. When he got into the scam, all his like money has been completely wiped away. Everybody taken away all the things. But he went into cardiac arrest and he is no more. That time, his 10 crore life insurance, he took it under Married Women Protective Act. It is called MWP Act. It is a free service. It is a legal service which was like no insurer agent will never tell that, because it is a extra work for him. If a male counterpart had taken this, no court or no creditor, if somebody has a loan, nobody can touch this money. This money will go to the family only. So that kind of powerful acts are there, powerful things are there in term insurance. What is the rule of term insurance? I'll tell you that. So for a family, expense is 6 lakhs. The sole breadwinner of the family is you. You are going to earn somewhere 12 lakhs per year. So in the 12 lakhs, it should be 10 to 20 times of your annual income, which means if the person is no more, then the family should be happily living for 10 years or 20 years. The income replacement should be happening. That is the way to take a term insurance. You should not take any undercover term insurance. The sum insured should be 10 to 20 times minimal of your annual income. For example, if somebody is earning 10 to 12 lakhs per year, their life insurance cover should be 1.5 crore to 2 crores or 2.5 crores. That should be the bucket. That should be the calculation. I'm saying it in a very simplified way. Yes, of course, you can work on so many things in that, but keep this in mind. Don't under-insure yourself. That's what I wanted to tell everybody here. When I am going to explain what is inflation, when I'm going to explain what is the next 20 years, you will understand why I am telling you all this. So in that, again, if you want to go for the reputation, the claim settlement ratio, if a person is asking money, the insurer to pay to the person when they are in problem, no? That should be the claim settlement ratio. It should be more than 98 to 99% in case of life insurance. That's again, HDFC is doing good, Tata is doing good, and Axis Max is doing good. There are so many top players in India which are backed by banks also. Remember that. The most important fifth pillar I can discuss here is like we had discussed about health, we covered about expense calculation, we covered about emergency fund, we went into the insurance part, which is health and term. Yes, of course, there are many insurance. You will be going for your car and vehicle insurances, and of course for a surgeon, we are all surgeons here, and we need to go for a professional indemnity insurance. Those things are also there. All this may be in a separate discussion. Even after this session, we can discuss what all insurance is must for everybody. Will discuss. And the fifth pillar is debt. Remember two things I'll tell you. Though the person who is going to learn to say no is going to be the biggest person, the growth of the person will be super enormous in life. That too after somewhere around 25 years, somewhere in the 26 years of your life. If you are going to be learning to say no for majority of your things in life, you will be in super good position. You will be in an amazing position. That's where the credit cards come into play. Let me tell you very, very simply, over the period of 8 to 9 years of my learning in finance and whatever is that, I had met many high net worth individuals, HNIs, you can call them as HNIs. I'm very blessed to have very good mentors. Like I have people from IT, people from finance, Aditya Birla Plus managers, HDFC managers. I spoke to many of them. All of them told one thing in common: credit card is a gambling. It's simple as that. You can tell whatever I'm earning points, whatever I'm going to take a airport launch, I'm earning credit points. It is a gamble. It is very simple as that. It's like Dream 11 ad in the IPL. They can tell you that you can earn crores and everything. It's all rubbish. Don't go into credit cards. Never go for loans in personal finance, including home loan. The only loan which is slightly allowed in personal finance is your home loan only. Even that also some rules are there. I'll finish it up at the end. I'll give you that rules. But most important tip in this session, you want to take it as never enter with EMI for your mobile phone, EMI for any loans like car, bike. It's not at all allowed, not at all needed. Let me be very, very clear about it. I had done all the mistakes. That's what I'm telling here. I had done all the mistakes, and I learned that how much costly those mistakes can be. I came to know that in the loans are like allowed for building businesses. If you are building your clinic, if you are building your hospital, that's where the debt comes into play. The cash flow is like being generated in a business. There you have to leverage the loans, but loans are not meant for personal finance. It's not meant for lifestyle inflation. I had explained in the beginning of this debt, no, the discussion of debt. In that, if you are ready to say no to your lifestyle inflation whenever you are starting to earn, whenever you are, most of them will be like residents and fellows who are listening here. I know it will be very, very discomfortable for you to see your peer group who are enjoying their lives. They are like always happy in the non-medicos. They are like, they are getting so much of money. They'll go to parties and everything. Yeah, of course, many people in our profession also, some of our colleagues will be like better positioned because of their privileged status in family. They also go for their lifestyle inflation, but it is not sustainable. Let me tell you that even whoever it is, like the minimalistic version of life will give you a lot of happiness. I wanted to tell you one very good thing. My perspective got changed when I met MM Joshi. When I went to MM Joshi, I was like having a conversation with Krishna Prasad sir. He told me one very good, impactful discussion. We used to have so many psychological aspects of discussion. In that, sir told like, I'm always happy. I'm already happy. Nobody can make me happy. When a rep comes and asks me to go for tour and everything, he's like, I'm already happy. Don't make me happy. Like that, he used to say. That is actually a very good game changer if you are realizing that in 25s. No material things can give happiness in life. No lifestyle inflation can make you wealthy. No credit card holder is going to be super wealthy person. Trust me, just trust me. People tell like they are going to emergency funds, I'm using credit cards. No, it never works. Emergency fund should be parked in your fixed deposit savings account or a conservative debt funds. So any EMI for a home also, remember this in mind. If a home is going to cost you somewhere around 1 crore, you have to be able to pay 40%. 40 lakhs you have to pay in as a down payment, and rest 50 to 60 lakhs you can go for a home. And that also, don't enter just like that. Prepare that money, prepare yourself, place your active lifestyles, active skills. Sir is there, is a retina surgeon, and if you want to become something, start earning that, start building your capital, then you enter for your things. And it is like a very, very fragile water-filled balloon. Whatever loan, whatever home loan, whatever vehicle loans, EMI on phones, whatever, it's like a fragile balloon. You think like you are like paying the EMIs correctly, but it's not like that. I'll tell you what is going to revolutionize you in this session. The entire session, it's going to be next 10 to 15 minutes only. You believe it or not, whatever I'm going to share you is going to be super impactful for you in your life also. I'm going to give some very good tips also. Remember, two things in life are super important. One is to understand the compounding in investing and understand what is inflation in investing. These two are so very, very important. Compounding are of two types: positive compounding and negative compounding. What is this guy? Why Albert Einstein? I'm not just for fun. I didn't post this. It is really quoted by Albert Einstein. He told like compound interest is the eighth wonder in the world. He who most of them might have heard the first half only. The real important aspect is in the second half, which is like he who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it. So what is the meaning of earns it? What is the meaning of pays it? Is like there are two types of compounding interest. One is like positive compounding, and one is like negative compounding. What is compounding like interest earning? You invest in a fixed deposit, in a mutual fund, in a stock, in a crypto, in a gold, in real estate. The money is like slowly growing, right? It is giving a positive return, right? That is positive compounding. What is negative compounding? There is a very, very big like mountain hiding under the iceberg, no? That is negative compounding. The negative compounding is the previous pillar which we spoke, no? Debt. The debt is negative compounder. The inflation is a negative compounder. The tax which we are paying is a negative compounder. The negative compounder, they works every time 24/7 a day without any rest. The positive compounder takes a lot of life, and it's like creating a money is like the money to work for you is to fight against these three negative compounders: the debt, interest, the loan interest. The main part is like inflation, which is always there. The next topic is going to be inflation. And the third part, which we most of them ignore, is our income taxes, whatever country we are. So let me take into the super important part. What is inflation? What is inflation in a simpler means I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell two things in the next 3 to 5 minutes. Please do listen to them very, very carefully. The first part is inflation. What is inflation is, if you have 100 rupees today, the next year, the same 100 rupees, you can't purchase the same item with the 100 rupees. Most of the items will be 105 rupees to 119 rupees, which is somewhere around 5 to 20 percentage. The price of the same content will be like increased. Let me tell you three things with the example. You take egg. Egg was like, when I realized that I have to purchase egg, I go with 1 rupee or 2 rupees. Even in 2010 also, that's the scenario. Fast forward to 15 years now, a single egg will cost you 5 rupees, which is 500%, 5x of inflation. Okay. So that is for food inflation. Gross general inflation, like the government used to tell, is like 5 to 6%. Let me be very honest with you. Education inflation in India is 11%. Hospital inflation in India is 14%. That's why I told you the health insurance which we are going to take is going to cover up for 14% of inflation. Any corporate ICU bed, any like what to say, our higher specialty treatments will cost you a lot compared to what was there in 2010 or 15. Now it is 2025. We are still like, we don't know where we lost our 3-4 years in the COVID era, 2020 to 24. Most of them like we are stuck in the 2022 to 23. So realize that inflation is a very, very bigger thing. It is very simple. It is the purchasing power of money. If we have 100 rupees today, the same 100 rupees can't buy the same value what is like happening today. The example is egg, the example is education, the example is your bike. You just see, like 10 years back, the same bike which you want to buy is 80,000. Now it is 1.5 lakhs. It's like 100% it has been inflated. That same thing will happen. Yes, of course, the inflation will come down when the country is like entering from developing to developed zone. It will come down. But as of now, for general calculation per se, for easy, we calculate every inflation number as 6%. So this is what inflation is about. I think in the negative compounding, one aspect is inflation, one aspect is income tax, one aspect is interest. In that, you can control only the inflation, only the credit interest part, the loan which we are getting, only that part we can control. The other two we can never control. And in the positive compounding, we can control how much we can earn in a very diversified way. I run a campaign which is like be a mad investor. What is that mad investor? MAD is a full form of acronym which I had created, which is MAD. M stands for multi-asset. A stands for asset, and D for diversified and disciplined investor. If a person is holding multi-assets, which I am sharing you in the PowerPoint, you can see that if you are holding as a cash in your savings account or in cash as a hand, it is not going to grow. If it is going to degrow -7%. That's what negative compounding. For a calculation I am just taking 6% to 7% as inflation. But you have to add your income tax. You have to add some credits which you are going to get. Of course, for almost 13 to 14 lakhs per year in India, we are not going to pay income tax. So I'm assuming that only -7% is going if you are not investing. If a person is holding as cash, only -7% it goes. And what happens if we hold all our money in the safest asset class? Everybody will be like teaching is like fixed income, which is our FD. So I wanted to tell you that, remember that fixed deposits have been like, it will come under your tax slabs, whatever the gains you are going to take. Remember this point. If it comes under your tax slab, Most of you will be right now, we won't be having tax slabs, but in future, you will be growing to 30% tax slabs, where 2 to 3% of the interest which was earned in a fixed deposit from banks is going to be eaten away by the taxes. And what happens to gold? Gold is like it's like performing like it is playing IPL today. Yes, it's because like thanks to Trump and thanks to people who have ruling now, like Russia, Ukraine war, Israel, and everything is happening. Whenever there is uncertainty, like asset classes like gold will go up. Of course, if we are holding, if we are lucky to have, and we have so much of high capital, we can enter into real estate and play the game. In this session, the next 5 minutes or next to 10 minutes is going to be revolutionary for you. I'll tell you one very good thing. We know what is equity. Equity is stock market. The other name of equity is stock market. I'm going to tell you a story about stock market. To finish or tell any person about stock market, you can just memorize the story and you can safely tell like, I know stock market. You can tell that next story. I'm going to go into that. And of course, debt funds. What are the debt funds? I'm going to explain you. What is crypto and what are alternative assets are there? I'm going to explain in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Let me go into the story of stock market. This is the last story I wanted to tell. Imagine you are like going into a vegetable or a fruit market. You are going into the fruit market or a vegetable market. You will see there are 3 categories or maybe 4 categories of people who are selling their vegetables or fruits there. One will be the topmost player of the market, and they will be having very good quality vegetables and fruits. They will never sell you for any price differences. You can't never negotiate with them. That is one kind of person. There will be the second kind of people who are little lesser than the topmost players. They have good quality. They will little negotiate, but there is not that's not the best. And there are third or fourth players who will be there. So many third players will be there. These like small vendors who are like completely crowded the market. They will be having, most of them will be having very poor quality, but some of them will be having good qualities along with the very good price negotiation also we can do. This is about stock market. Whether you believe it or not, this is stock market. It's just market, whatever we are going into the normal day-to-day market. No, this is stock market. The topmost player I told you is called large caps. Large caps, they are top 100 companies in India. For a number, we had classified them as top 100 companies in India who have very high market capitalizations, who are called Tata, we can say Reliance, we can say SBI. These are all having their net worth, and they have a very high market cap of in lakhs of crores. For example, Reliance is like having 10 lakh crores of market capitalization. They have all that assets they are holding, all that valuable in 100 and tens and 15 lakhs of crores. They are all top 100 companies in India. They are large cap. They have very good quality. The price also will be high. If you buy them, you'll be in the most safest, but the returns will be very low only because their growth, they are already very, very big to grow. And the 101 to 250, the center 150 stocks are called mid caps. So now you go and look into what is large cap, what is mid cap. You can understand everything after this story. The center mid people are called mid caps. These people are like yet to grow into a large cap, but they are very big and they are in very stable position. They are not going to get damaged easily. They are called mid caps. After this 250 till 8,000 to 9,000, they are called small caps or SME or penny stocks, everything. They are all small people. They are very, very easy to fail, but they can compound like crazy if you if you have found some any gems there. They are called small caps. That's why you can see that in the recent, people who are investing will know that the small caps and mid caps, like they were investing crazily, but the last 1 year, the small caps and mid caps like got hit like crazy. It's because like they are very, very volatile and they can go up and down like crazy. That's all about stock market to learn. The 3 players who are there are large, mid and small caps. The equity or stock market mutual funds are going to invest here only. So it can be a predefined criteria. I'm going to invest in large caps only. I'm going to invest in mid caps only. So now you go into the mutual fund story. Everyone, I'm very, very confident, everybody here will know only one thing. the mutual fund story, if you ask them, we know only one thing. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risk. Please read the offer document carefully. I was hearing this for almost about 18 to 19 years in my life in ad, but I have no idea what they are talking about. Then I went on to do my mutual fund research things, and I had done my certification. I went to like National Institute of Securities Market. When I did my this thing, I started learning. Then I came to know that there is 70 lakh crores of asset under management in mutual funds. The ad which we are seeing, no, that is having only 25 lakh crores. Rest 45 lakh crores are parked in ways which nobody knows them. We have no idea what are these funds are. That's the irony of the this mutual fund ads. So these many schemes are there. We are hearing only about the equity funds. This is a very small, concise thing about mutual fund understanding. We are always being taught like equity mutual fund is the only way to SIP. Nothing like that. Let me tell you that very clearly. We have a very big concept called debt mutual funds and beautiful concept called hybrid mutual funds. They are very, very super compatible with growing your wealth, and they have very less volatility also. I'm very 100% sure. Almost 90 to 80% of you will be hearing this hybrid funds and debt mutual funds in your first time in your lifetime. Let me tell you one simple thing to understand what is a debt mutual fund. When you keep a money in your fixed deposit, the money will be always been taken away and given to somebody as a loan, and whatever the loan with the interest is being earned, they are going to give it as a fixed return from by your bank. That is called fixed deposit. That's how fixed deposits work. So if you do that to the top 100 companies in India and government of India, if you can do that, you compile your money, you give your money to the mutual funds, and they will be giving the purchasing the bonds. That is called debt mutual funds. So if you combine some very little amount of stock market and majority amount of debt markets, you will be very safe to get somewhere around 11 to 12%. That comes back to the safest investment plan, which I had introduced you. What is a multi-asset, diversified and disciplined investor? Whatever money, the session is always about a resident point of view or a fellow point of view. I'm going to tell you that it's very simple. Whatever money you're going to filter, you have to really understand what is asset allocation. Asset allocation is like, it's not like going in only one bucket and investing in that. A investor is like a farmer. Keep into your mind. Farming has to be a disciplined process, very, very hard-working process, and takes more than 7 years to really master that thing. Because farming is like having so many natural things and so many uncontrollable things in life. Investing is always like farming only. If you are having a fertile land, if you are like disciplinedly maintaining a fertile land, you have to switch your crops, you have to keep it in a very, very proper way, you have to harvest them, you have to save the crops, we have to follow all our disciplined way, right? That is what investing is about. You have to hold gold, you have to hold fixed income, you have to hold stock market, you have to hold if the individual stocks. That's all. What considers a multi-asset? Most important point you want to learn. What is CAGR? Compounded annual growth rate. Every year, your money, if you are keeping it in a certain asset classes, how much it is going to give you return. This chart is a compiled version of 10 years. Every year return is being compiled here. In stock market or any asset classes, they always follow a cycle. Right now, gold is in peak. No, you see after 1 or 2 years, the stock market will be in peak. After some time, the bond market, fixed income markets will be in very stable. Sometimes the real estate will be in a very good scenario. But entering into only one asset class and being in only one asset class was the problem for my previous generation. 10, 20 years back, they don't have any other investment plans. They only have real estate and gold. Everybody was like, keep on doing in that. But it doesn't work that way. Every investor should have equity composition, fixed income composition, real estate and gold. That is how things work. So what is the best form to invest is like very simple. Last 10 years, mid caps have given 19% every year return, but it is not like every year it will give 19%. It's not like that. You see here, 2015, the mid caps 12.6%. 2016, the mid caps, you can see here, the mid caps like 6.8 only. Somewhere here, you see here, somewhere in 2018, the small caps and mid caps are in negative. That's how stock market or even gold also works in that way only. Some are, it will rally in 1 or 2 years and it will go down to negative points in 1 or 2 years. That's how every asset class works. And many people will be like, oh, you hold a real estate and you'll be settled in life. Real estate has the least returns of all, that is just 4%. Remember that. And to enter into real estate, you need 50 lakhs to 1 crore minimum in 2025. And it's actually like a lottery ticket only if you are getting a very good real estate. But this is not the scenario in stock market. This is not the scenario in fixed income. This is not the scenario in gold. They are all very, very simple asset classes. You can buy for 100 rupees also. But if you are disciplined and if you are holding it in a different way, in a proper way, you'll be super happy. So that comes to the last point, which I want to give as a concise. If you want to hold a very good stock market, go for flexi cap. If you want to ask me which flexi cap I want to hold, I would suggest a company, but it is like more of a personal, because I do all this personalized phase. I compare all, I take 25 parameters of all the mutual funds which are there. There are around 4,500 mutual fund schemes are there. 45 asset management companies are there. In that, I will filter out and give some things. If you want to really follow a fund house which is like very, very solid, you can go for a Parak Parik flexi cap and JM flexi caps, which are very solid. If you want to go for gold, you go for the ETF. Remember that you go for exchange traded fund. That is the best form of purchasing gold. What is the best form of purchasing gold? Everybody ask me, they'll ask me. Let me tell you that ornamental gold is the worst form of gold you can buy. The best form was there. It's called sovereign gold bonds. From 2024, it is not there because like government has to pay a lot of interest in that. So they discontinued that. So the best form to purchase gold is a ETF. As of now, LIC mutual fund ETF, which you can purchase via a stock purchasing mechanism like Kite by Zerodha, Grow apps. These apps you can purchase this LIC mutual fund ETF. Yes, LIC is doing only in that LIC mutual fund ETF. Do not go for endowment insurance plans by LIC. That is a money mistake. Do not go for influencers who are like, they are seriously gamblers. They'll come and they'll put everything for their likes and these things. They'll go away only. I'll tell you one thing. I'm not in any social media except LinkedIn. I am there here. I do webinars. I go to people, meet to people. Most of the financial experts in India does this only. They are not going to sit in the YouTube or sit in the Instagrams. They are not promoting any kind of stuff. Of course, some of them will be doing some educational contents, but it's not curated versions. Like most of them, whoever is like selling in Instagram and YouTube, don't follow them. Don't follow your neighbor who is telling, we are going to buy this stock. We are going to buy that crypto. Don't do that. Build your core portfolio for 1 crore in mutual funds and very, very curated some 5 to 7 stocks. Let me tell you, stock market, some of you will be like very much interested in trading and stock market. No, trading and stock markets, like live stock market, picking up any individual stocks. No, it is like a super specialty. It is not just a specialty. It's a super specialty. Or building a business. It's like a businessman who is doing a trading is like a business only. It's a full-time commitment. It's not like investing. Investing has always been passive, always been giving peace of mind, always been doing this multi-asset investing was only will give you a lot of scope, lot of returns. At the end of this discussion, I just want to show you only one thing. What a resident or how can a simplified investor can grow wealth for the next 30 to 40 years if they are really committed. With this, I'm finishing. Just let me show you that. If your goal is to earn 1 crore, if you plan to enter into 1 crore, if you want to earn 1 crore, let's say you want to earn it in 7 years. Actually, I plan for a couple, for family, I'll give them 7 years. I'll tell them to invest 40% of their money in a diversified way. So in that sense, to achieve 1 crore in 7 years, you need to invest 1.14 lakhs every month. And that money has to give a return of 12 to 13%. And again, I told you about the inflation, which should be 6%. No? It is always eating your money 6%, which means today 1 crore, after 7 years, equivalent money is 1.5 crores. To achieve that, you have to invest 1 lakh per month in a SIP. And the SIP, remember that the SIP systematic investment plan is not meant only for stock market mutual funds. Remember that gold investing is SIP, debt investing is SIP. Any kind of investing in a monthly manner is systematic investment plan. Remember that it's not like just the stock market only I will buy. It's not never been like that. And of course, as a I'll tell if at all I'm not going to go for a gold, sir. Next 7 years I'm going to invest there. I'm going to be a sorry, 1 second. Yeah, if the journey of a consultant to become a specialized consultant in ophthalmology is 5 to 7 years. Can you believe that? To start your MS ophthalmology, to finish your fellowship, to become a consultant, proper consultant in India is 5 to 7 years. So let's say, example, your monthly you are getting somewhere around 5,000 only. If you are going to invest only 5,000, what will happen in the 5 years? How much money you will have in the 5 years? I'm going to tell you that. Okay, let's see for 10,000. Let's say 10,000. If at all you people are earning 50,000 or maybe 10,000 is somewhere 30% of your savings, prioritize 30% of every month investing, not just saving in the bank account. Remember that. So you are going to do for the next 5 years and you are going to not to top up anything. So in 5 years, 10,000 per month you will be investing somewhere 6 lakhs and your maturity amount for the 12% returns will be 8.25. Let me tell you one secret. If somebody is going to tell you can earn 10, 30, 40, 50, 60%, 100% returns, like they are the biggest scammers in your life, stay away from them. So that's what same thing I'm happening, and I'm telling you again, the realistic version to sustainable version for a retail investor without any proper, without any what to say, expert call, no, it is 12 to 13% only. If you are doing on your own, remember that in your mind, and if you are doing that, in the residency period itself, you will be having 8.5 to 10 lakhs in your amount. If we are lucky, if we are getting two super awesome returns for 1 or 2 years in the 5 years in the stock market cycle, you will be having somewhere 10 lakhs if you are investing 10,000. So this is like everything. The investing should start after your emergency fund. It should start after your health insurance. If you are having dependents like kids, like parents, if you are having loan, prioritize life insurance. Don't ever leave the loved ones in a very difficult way in life, and always go for investment in a multi-asset manner. Whatever I had shared till now is internationally acceptable. I had sit with many high net worth individuals, and of course, yeah, I am handling 3 crores of investments with 114 families. 90% of them are doctors. I do all this planning and whatever I had showed you here. And last thing, I'm going to finish it. This is a value added aspect for people who are like here with me. This is like, there are so many beautiful funds in hybrid. This I told you. What are this? I wanted to tell you and explain you what are the terminologies. Balanced advantage is like Sehwag and Rahul in the same team. Sehwag is like he'll come in the first ball and he'll start hitting. Dravid is like he'll never hit in any balls in test cricket. I'm talking about test cricket. So balanced advantage is like that only. Whenever the stock market is good, they'll go like Sehwag. Whenever the stock market signals are bad, they'll go and be in the fixed deposit. That's what balanced advantage is about. What is this arbitrage fund? It's very simple. You buy a item in one place where your value is low, and you sell it in a higher value. That is called arbitrage, which is they will do futures on options, they will do BSE and NSE exchange. It is like a super fixed deposit with 100% tax saving also, because when you consider tax saving options, stock market will have only capital gains, but any other kind of fixed income investments, and if you are earning interest in that, it will go to your income tax slab. I think it will be very difficult for you to comprehend. I'll tell you one more time. If you have doubts in the discussion, we'll try to break it up. In tax, there are two things that's called capital gains and it is called income tax slab, personal income tax slab. If anything, any gains or interest goes into your personal income tax slab, you are liable to pay more of taxes. If it goes only in the capital gains, you will be paying less amount of taxes. These are all very, very important. You can control that, like this arbitrage fund and multi-asset. This is my one of the most favorite hybrid funds. What these people do is like for your 100 rupees, they split it as four. They'll split it into four. 25 rupees, 25 rupees, like that. They'll split. They'll keep 25 rupees in stock market, 25 rupees in gold, 25 rupees in real estate. That's called REIT infrastructure mutual funds are there, and 25 rupees in international stock market. So which means the returns will be very good. Also, the volatility, like what the stock market is facing, it will be very, very minimal. So that is also important. Somebody will be like, sir, during my retirement, 60 years, I have to do all that. That will be coming into the discussion. If at all somebody is going to ask, I'll show you the real-time calculator of how to handle a retirement bucket also. Retirement bucket should have some buckets. We'll discuss in detail. That comes to the conclusion. I had taken a lot of time. I'm very happy here so that I had given a lot of inputs here. Anuj sir, over to you, sir. Thank you very much. Sir had told me to keep only 20 minutes, but I had taken 40 minutes. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for patient listening.
Thank you, Govind, and it was really nice that you could summarize everything, and
Yes,
you have given us everything. It's not just like how to make money, but how to save money as well, and
yes,
responsibility, because how you started about calculating our expenses. I
yes,
think as when we start, even when we are as a startup, as a consultant, or even we start our own setup, we just forget about this. Once we get a salary, we are just only thinking about whether we can invest, but we are not calculating our expenses.
yes,
And the topics about health insurance was also very good. Now, if anyone has any question, can go ahead, or I'll take some questions. If does anyone have any questions for Dr. Ramanan?
Excuse me, can I ask?
Yeah, please go ahead.
yes, please, sir. Please.
Actually, I just wanted to ask you something about crypto.
Yeah.
I needed to understand that crypto, as in government, is not in particularly promotion mode of crypto, right? They want
Yes.
to promote it as much as possible. They are putting hindrances in it, as the general perception is right now. So I
Yes.
want to have that clear notion about it, that whether investing in crypto, I know it's a very high risk thing. So whether
Yeah.
investing in crypto is right now legal per se, first of all, and second, even if I were to make some money in it, whether it will be
Mhm.
prudent to invest in present scenario when government policies keep on changing, and they're not particularly, as you one would like to say, it is hostile to it. Government is hostile to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I got your question. Like, can I know your name, sir?
I'm Dr. Suyesh.
Yes, yes, yeah, yes, sir. So, regarding your question, sir, crypto, as of now, India is like 20 years behind crypto. India is like 30 years behind AI. That's what I used to hear from my peer group who are in tech, not me. The people who are like following that, those who are saying, no, India is like the regulation and their our policies, no, it's completely anti-crypto and anti-AI as of now. The problem is like in crypto area, the all the like what to say, whatever the capital gains and we are getting, no, it has been extremely penalized for the past 3 years. The policy is having some issues there, and I will never suggest you to enter into crypto if you are not having 1 crore of investments in a liquid asset, because it is that much volatile. It is that much bet, high risk bet. If you are asking, I did that in 2017. I went for crypto trading. I invested. I waited for a long time. The more the value of crypto, the bet, it's not about the returns. It is like I had swallowed a lot. If there are spam and scams are a lot, there are only 4 good cryptos in the world: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Ripple. That's it. Other than that, 99% of the things are like little scam only. There is no proper way to invest and get their capital gains in India without any legality. Right now, it does not exist. If you ask me 2 years back, it was very good. But now, because of the government policies, they don't want to go into that. You know why government is like against it? Is like people can park their what to say, anti-tax money, black money in there. That's why the government is completely against that. It makes sense also. As of now, if you want to really want to impactfully go into crypto, you have to move to Dubai. That's no, I'm very clear with it. UAE is like promoting that, and even in other alternative assets also, which combines crypto. Even in US market also, there is a ETF for Bitcoin, which is like Vanguard. If you go and look into that, Vanguard is a ETF on Bitcoin, but is actually a very good asset class if you really want to look into the crypto. Other than Bitcoin, that's big four: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Ripple. Everything else is a scam. I had invested somewhere around 30 coins. 27 or 26 of them is gone. Yeah, please ask me. Suyesh, sir, are you clear about it, sir? Somebody
Yeah,
are like promoting,
I'm
sir?
absolutely clear. I'm absolutely clear.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what I need to know.
Somebody
Legal
promoting,
part.
sir. Don't go into them, sir. Legally, the capital gains have been extremely penalized. Somewhere I heard about 45%. Even your bank savings have been. My friend is there. My close friend is there. They have locked his bank savings account because he had a transaction of the 2021. He had a transaction with Mudrex. It's an exchange in India, and there is Coin DCX. Everybody have been penalized by this government. It is there. It's like that's why the problem is happening in crypto. There are platforms are there, but usually I won't promote in a social gathering like this.
And second thing I wanted to ask, we are investing in our own stock market, that is in the BSE or
Correct.
NSE. Can we
Correct.
also invest in the international stock markets also, because
100%,
you
sir.
can
100%. It's like I'll tell everybody, the whole world is a global village. If you really perceive the stock market, they are the real turners of the real day-to-day life. Which means if there is no stock market, if there is no vegetable market, you are not going to get your vegetables or fruits. Like same happens to stock market. If there is no stock market, you can't get everything. You have to hold international equity. The platforms which you want to hold, there are so many platforms are there. You can go into look into Vanguard. Like I told you, Vanguard is one of the best in the world. They provide exchange traded funds with the lowest expense ratio. You can look into Ind Money, that Ind Money. There are so many platforms are there, but I'm always been into the like the topmost platforms or curated platforms. I'm actually a financial advisory expert. I have my own platforms, which is like best platforms are always been there to invest. International equity is must. I give for a 1 lakh SIP portfolio, I give international equity of 20,000 for everyone. It's like must to have, no doubts about it. It's like not only US, you can have Europe also. You can have like what to say, Chinese and Taiwan's also. There are so many good stock markets are there other than India. There are so many emerging markets are there.
I think that
Yes,
I like to share something, not
please.
as professionally, but
Yes,
one thing about crypto is that it is fun. It is more
yes,
fun, I
true,
believe.
sir, true,
And
true.
since the market is open 24/7,
Yes, sir.
it is like your social media account. You get up
Yes, sir.
in the night to maybe just you wake up, or you just want to go to the bathroom and you just check your phone and you see that, oh, it has gone up, or whatever, it has gone down. So it can be like a heartbreak also. Is like you got a message from your girlfriend that it's over or it's a yes. So anything can happen. So this is a little unprofessional advice. I feel that for fun's sake, if you can really control yourself, yeah, maybe you can just have a very little amount, which may not be for your long-term investment, because as Dr. Ramanan said, you will not gain anything out of it, because it will be penalized by the government, and because they cannot control it, they don't want, because they cannot suck out the money from it. What they
It's a
can do from
decentralized content, sir. That's not being controlled by the exchanges. It's a
Yes, yes.
decentralized.
So if you want to, then just have a control over yourself, because it can be very addictive and you may lose a big amount of money and you can get scammed also.
Yes, sir.
So that is Anyone else having any questions? Dr. Ramanan is there. We can, if we have
I'll
any.
be sharing you my like booklet, sir. I had prepared a textbook for the people who are going to utilize that. They have to print it out, not to fill it in online. Print it out, keep a hard copy. It is like if you start with this, every content, whatever I had shared you, even more than this, it is there for them to utilize it so that they can document all data in hard copy. Keep it in the safest way so that it can be utilized in all times. I have some calculators also. Related people can. Yes, madam. Yes, madam. My contact number I'll be sharing to sir. Yeah, sir will be like it's like always there. Somebody is like asking doubt. It's like they are there.
I think Dr. Sonal Desai has. Should we include our parents as dependents in health insurance, or should we have a separate insurance for them? I think you've already taken up.
The elder the people, if they are married, if you like the person is like married, that should be the insurance should be separate as a family, and the parents it should be separate, because if you are including as a family floater the elder people, the premium will be very high, sir. That's a problem. So you can have it like mother and father, or like in-laws in one this thing. It's like a family floater. Family is like once you are married, it's a separate family. That's it. There are so many insightful points in insurance also. Many people are doing nicely nowadays, but we are also doing that. We have been partnered with India Post and Policy Bazaar also. So we are giving our whoever like coming to us, we will make sure that they are taking the perfect insurances, because before I make go in people into investing, they should be like properly prepared for this. If they are not prepared, investing is like of no sense.
So there's one question by Darshan.
Yes, sir.
Is asking, hello sir, just placing my question here. Are there any term insurance where they pay us all the premium amount back at maturity?
Yes, sir. I wanted to tell this point during the insurance discussion. Any insurance, if it is doing two jobs, it is not at all going to be any useful things. It's like a bike or car insurance. You buy that insurance, if a car or bike is damaged, it is going to pay. That's it. All term insurance, all the health insurance should be like this only. No other work should be done by insurance. You should remember that investing and insurance should not be combined. Return of premium should not be done. Endowment plan is like LIC is going to cost you a lot, because we have to pay extra premium for that, and it is going to erode our wealth only. For a 50 lakh insurance in LIC, or if you say the return of premiums, you have to pay somewhere around 1 lakh for the insurance per year, which is very costly. Actually, for a 1 crore coverage of pure life insurance will cost for 30-year-old, it will cost only 2,000 rupees per month if they are going to take it for 60 to 65 years. One important point in term insurance I want to notice, like till your dependents or till your loan is there, other than that, you don't need a life insurance, which is some, if you are married and you have a kid by 25 to 30, and the kid is going to be 25 to 30, that is somewhere around 60 years of age. You don't need a life insurance or a term insurance more than 65 to 70 years of age, unless you want to give a very big what to say, that very big amount of money to your family even after you left. You can take it by 75 to 80 years. Even for that, you will be spending somewhere 6 to 10 lakhs only for an insurance. The premium will be very, very cheap compared to the amount which we are going to get because of the insurance. The security is important in insurance, sir, not about the investment we want to do. Never combine investments and insurance. Never take ULIP plans, like a unit linked insurance plan, which invest in mutual funds and give back some returns. They take so much of charges, so much of commissions in the way of for investing. They are all money mistakes. I had given all that pointers in my that compiled PDF, sir. I'll be sharing you. It has my contact details also.
Yeah. And one more question is between a life insurance and a term insurance. Is
Yes,
there
sir.
any difference? Because post-COVID, what we are seeing in the media, it is the word which is term insurance has come up, which was
Yes, sir.
previously not very commonly
Yes, sir.
used. So is there any difference, and which one is better, and what are the difference?
Yes, sir. That the problem with this life aspect of insurance, no, sir. Leave the health, sir. Health is very, very simplified. If you have
Yes.
any issues, you go to the hospital, you get the claims or not. In the life insurance part, they had corrupted a lot because the initial part itself, LIC came and they gave and like combined the life part and endowment part. We will give you some returns. All that they did, people lost the total value of the insurance itself. As of now, you take the term which you are asking, sir, life or term, it has been corrupted and some of them has been like manipulated and combined with the return of premiums. That is why it is there. It should be very simple. Even the people who are using life or term, that word, no, the word play, it should be very simple. You invest some amount, it is only your insurance money only. You should never get any return. Make sure that should be there. If you have a loan, if you are a male, you can utilize the Married Women Protective Act, and some more good riders are there. For example, terminal illness rider, waiver of premium riders, that all can accidental disability rider. These three riders are very good for any life insurance. Other than that, other things are not useful. They say like for a term insurance, we will do medical claims also. No purpose. Health insurance should be there, and term insurance should be there. That's it. The problem is the wordplay by the life and term, sir. People play the life and term in that, and they will combine all the investments. They'll say, we will give you so much of returns in that. Never go into that. One more thing, never go into the banks or SBA, ICICI, they give some fixed income plans. They'll like you invest 10 lakhs for 5 years, we will give you a pension. Never ever go into that. They are also scams. Which means I'm not saying a scam in the sense like they're eating away your hard-earned money. That's what I wanted to tell. The net return of the plans are zero, even -3 also. I can tell that -3 post-inflation returns are -3 or -6. One thing, sir, like people has to choose a wealth partner in their early career. I'm very, very honest with my people. You have to be affiliated with me 7 years. Once you achieve 1 or 2 crores of your net worth, I will teach you about ETFs and everything. Go invest yourself, enjoy your life with that money. Because money is meant to be utilized. That's what we are earning. Once you reach 1.5 to 2 crore asset in a liquid way, the money itself will grow very nicely. That's what mutual funds will do. That's what stock markets will do. That's what fixed incomes are there. Gold is there. It's for that one only. And of course, everybody will be like holding some real estate because of family things will be there. But entering into a very big commitment like business of a hospital or clinic, it has to be meticulously planned. 100%, a good advisor in life will change and revolutionize themselves. For me, it happened. I got a good mentor. I got a good financial expert with me. They guided me for everything. I had lost 10 lakhs and I had gained somewhere more than 20 lakhs because I had met some good people because of my experimentation only. Finance is always about experimentation. It is there. I know any other, some question is there, sir. As per the new tax regime, ATC is not there. Is it advisable to go for ELSS or FlexiCap? ELSS for tax savings, it is no more a tax saving instrument. Please be very clear with that. Because of the new tax regime, ELSS is not a tax saving investment now. If you want to be very in a disciplined way, like 3 years, the money is going to be locked in ELSS. So if you want your money to get locked, then you can go for it. They are also good fund houses. They are performing like a multi-cap, and they are good. But returns per se, alpha, you have to generate alpha. Then flexi caps are doing good compared to ELSS, and also your money is being locked in ELSS. Remember that there is no tax advantage after the post new tax regime.
Okay. And moving on to maybe some people who are already into their practice and generated some income.
Yes.
So, what would you suggest for them going into something like a PMS or an alternative fund, or should they stick to mutual fund?
Yes, sir. The portfolio management services and alternative investment funds, sir. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. The PMS and the AIFs, no, sir, they have a higher expense ratio. Even in your profit also, they take a big chunk, sir. When you compare to good mutual fund houses and good PMS or AIFs, they are not outperforming them in a bigger margin. That's the main thing. Given the risk which the PMS and AIF have is far more higher than the mutual funds. A very good mutual fund with a very decent expense ratio is going to be the safest haven for anyone. 100% sure. Any PMS in the in the risk of recurring more returns, the PMS and AIFs are like creating more panic and even destroyed some of the. I know some 5 investment house. Even Edelweiss is one of the very biggest mutual fund houses. They have their AIF and PMS. Every scheme has their own fund managers. In the fund manager game, in the PMS and the AIF, people have more demand from the investors to generate a higher like returns. So they tend to take more small cap and more SME sectors. They are losing a lot of money. In the last 1 year, most of them are given -7 to -10% returns, which is very, very bad if you take. But if you have a bucket of 1.5 to 2 crores, if a person is having 1.5 to 2 crores, the capping, minimal capping of PMS is 50 lakhs. You can try in, which means the topmost PMS. I have a list, sir. Some 3 to 4 people are there. We can utilize in the top 3 or 4. They are very, very genuine and they have a more large and flexi cap advisory is there. AIFs are super risky, sir. AIFs are like 30 lakh capping will be there. They go into the venture capitalists, which means startup investings. They do that lot. Futures and option trading is there. Those things are coming. Now it's going to come. SAF is going to come. It is going to be very, very good. SAF is like specialized investment fund. They are going to be launched now. They are midway between the mutual funds and PMS category. Just 10 lakh only token. In that 10 lakh token, they are going to do futures and option trading for you. They are going to do stock market investing. They are going to do real estate investing. All bucket will be done by them. And one more good point in the SAF category, if Geo and BlackRock is going to come. BlackRock is one of the leading firms in the world, sir. If Geo is partnered and SEBI is going to, somewhere in May or June, they are going to come into the mutual fund scenario. If they are entering into SAF, they are going to do nicely. The SAF category is very new. It is yet to come into the market, and the SAF is going to be a very revolutionary concept. And yes, of course, if you want to really enter into PMS, sir, 1.5 to 2 CR is liquid money should be there, not the net worth, sir. I didn't tell about the net worth, sir. Net worth is very simple. Your present real estate money, your all fixed income assets, your all business cash flow, and your mutual fund stocks, whatever it is, the present day, you have to calculate net worth.
Okay.
In that, at least if you are having more than 1 crore net worth, 20 to 30% should be in fixed income.
Okay.
If you allow me, I'll tell one more very good point, sir. FD. In the FD part, there are small banks FDs are there, which has been underutilized. If anybody is keeping less than 5 lakhs in small banks like Utkarsh, Northeast Finance, there are so many small banks are there in India. They are like very, very small, but they are backed by the Reserve Bank of India. All these banks have been displayed in a portal called Stable Money, and even Deserve is also there, but Stable Money is doing very good. In that application, you can see all small banks. What is the advantage is like they will give you 9 to 10% returns. Our normal nationalized banks, SBI, HDFC, we can get only 6.5 to 7% only. If you want a fixed deposit, if you want to really utilize them, you can use them also. But actually, I will suggest to go for hybrid mutual funds or conservative mutual funds, which gives you higher 2% or 3% returns with the tax advantage also. For example, arbitrage fund is having almost 7 to 8% without any tax issues. Only capital gains tax is there. Any fixed deposit, any fixed income, it goes under your tax slab, annual tax slab. For people who are earning more than in the 30% tax slabs are there, they have to carefully monitor that in their wealth management, because it will lead, that itself will lead somewhere every year it will can eat around 2 to 3 lakhs of hard-earned money and hard-earned profits. I think we had covered everything, sir. Any more doubts, sir? I'm very happy to clarify them. Sir, I think your voice is muted, sir.
I'll just ask one more doubt just for completion.
Yes, sir, please, sir.
Mutual fund, so should we go for dividend or should we go for growth? And
it's always been growth, sir.
Growth.
No doubts.
And
always been growth.
Somebody who wants to go for long term as a resident or as a fellow who doesn't have any dependent on him as of now, should he go for high risk or what should be the strategy if he's going planning for long term?
Yes, sir. In stock market investing, I have that like mutual fund chart is there now, sir. It is very clearly mentioned. If you are not having that money, if you are not going to place more than 5 to 7 years, don't go into the equity mutual fund, high risk mutual funds.
Yeah.
They are pure stock market, which are large caps, mid caps, small caps, flexi caps also. But less than 5 years, you need that money. Never park in the mutual funds. Never park in the stock market mutual funds. Go for the hybrids. Go for the debt mutual funds, which are arbitrage, which are like multi-asset investings. They gives you a very good leverage. The capital will never be going down like this market turbulence. Like past 1 years, most of the portfolio have minus 11 to 12 percentage from the highs in the September 2024 till now. But if you have a fixed income basket, if you have a hybrid basket, the portfolio will be minus 3 to 4 percentage only. So whenever the market is going to gain, it will gain you a very good wealth also. So that gives you that this thing. Everybody looks only at the returns, sir, but the most important part of wealth creation is preservation of capital. That's what I wanted to convey people. Warren Buffett is one of the leading investors in the world. His life is turned only by 7 to 8 stocks, sir. 7 to 8 stocks. That's it. Which can be, you can say Coca-Cola, Apple. That's it only. Not more than that. And he holds almost 30-20 percentage of cash in hand. Cash is actually a very good instrument, no doubts about it. But you have to choose, and this thing. Very simple rule for in real life is like time in the market, time in the compounding is always worth than timing anything. Never time anything. It's of no use. It's like we don't need to time and enter into this. There people like, I want to buy the tip, I want to do that. Never enter into that. It's of no use at all. Whatever I'm telling you is like not just I'm reading, sir. I had experienced whatever you told. Like I had 4 phases of crypto investing. Almost till now, I am minus 30 percentage only. I had 300 percentage gains in crypto, but still I'm in minus 30 percentage. That's the example of crypto. Nothing else can define crypto a lot. But in the same sense, I had a mentor who told me about to diversify and invest SAP in this thing. Even during my what to say, my residency period also, I was consistently investing 20 to 30 percentage in the mutual funds. That equity only. I'm privileged. My parents are not dependent on me. They are all government employees. I made sure that I will save 15 to 20 percentage. Yes, I had there's so many temptations to do that, do this. I done many things that I didn't mention here. I went to investing like car washing business. I went for this thing, some movie investing for my friend. I did so many crazy things. My close friend is there. He had did 2 movies. I invested for him also because that is out of curiosity to expand our horizon. What is there? Let me do that. Try and see. But whatever I had shared you is like it's a real wealth creators. They are like super good for anyone at any point of their life.
I think this has been a really, as you said, the third eye opener for
Thank you, sir. Thank
us.
you. Thank you, sir.
And you really actually brought us up to speed at. So I think after today's session, most if not all would be DA. And once you share your details,
Yes,
I'll just put the number so that they can directly take formal advice from you.
happy to help, sir. Always there.
And as I just repeat, Dr. Ramanan is grossing over 3 crores and over 100 clients. He's managing their families. So
In the financial expert aspects, no, sir, there are 2 kind of people. One who get upfront commissions and they will plan and give you. They are financial planners. You have to pay them upfront fees. It starts from thousands to goes to lakhs also. But the other person is like who have to travel with you. It's been regulated by the Securities and Exchange Board of India. You have to travel with you. On the meantime, you people have to be like discussing. Like AMS, like AAF and PMS. No? They'll take some part of commissions will be there, and that kind of firm will be like planning you, and they without you winning you can never get any kind of commissions. The both people has to win. The knowledge has to be shared from the experts also, and the person also has to, client also has to earn money. Then only their business will grow. That is the most common and most highest way of like being with people. That's what I am there, sir. I have a partnership with Asset Plus and Wealthy. which are like tech platforms, and Policy Bazaar and India Post, like our postal service, India Post is there. No, I'm working with them for the insurance part. Have been. I was surprised. A central government body is doing this insurance part. I have no idea. Then they came up to me. They had partnered up with me. I'm doing term insurance with them. They're doing a very good job. Policy Bazaar, I'm there for giving all curated approaches. Like I can compare all plans and I can give. Last one point, sir. Professional indemnity insurance is actually a very good investment. Because like the people wanted to find some fault in a surgeon, so they wantedly going and giving so many like complaints about a surgeon. It's on the rise. It's always been on the rise. Professional indemnity covers the litigation problems, and even there is a plan rolled out with Policy Bazaar and Young Ophthalmology Society of India. Both have been like partnering a fund for this professional indemnity insurance is there. So they are even giving the lawyer support also in that, which comes around for 1 crore. We'll be paying somewhere 10,000 premium per year, which covers all the problems. If any issues there, it covers them. That one point I wanted to give to the surgeons, sir. That also, if at all they want to consider, they can do them. Health insurance, term insurance, vehicle, and even hospital, fire insurances. Then you go for your professional indemnity. We do everything here, sir. We plan and give everything here.
Okay.
We are a small team now, sir.
We'll have
8 people are there.
maybe one more session for insurance and
Yes, sir. Very
because-
happy to do that, sir. Be very happy to discuss also.
And it was really amazing. We had a very good audience today. And
Yes, sir.
thank
People
you
are like
for taking up the session in such a short time. And
thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your opportunity, sir. I really want to shout out for you, sir. You are that WhatsApp group you are having, sir. I don't know how much feedbacks you are getting, sir, but I'll be very honest with you. The 100 or 80 people who are listening, it's a very small number, but in real time, you are actually guiding more than thousands of people. Whatever contents you are putting there, no, I used to share to my colleagues also. They used to read, and it's not just a random some post which is coming like academic session. It's not like that. Whatever your clinical discussions also, they are like in point, and I'm feeling like I'm discussing with my neighbor. I feel that connect is there, and knowledge is very precious in that. And yes, sir, that job alerts and fellowship alerts, they are super helpful for me.
And then we need to do one session on the FACO fellowship also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pending.
I had done 2 short terms, sir. I had done that. I know some. Like,
we'll definitely catch up. And then thanks
yeah.
for. Okay.
Thank you so much.
We'll just end the session, and thank you everyone for joining.